BlackRock. If you are familiar with the financial world, there is a chance that this name might make you dream about unimaginable riches, or strike fear into your heart as a trader or investor, as BlackRock is one of the largest financial institutions out there that influences on a daily basis which assets such as stocks, bonds and yes, also cryptocurrencies will rise or fall. With BlackRock now also entering the world of Bitcoin mining, it is almost guaranteed that they will also become one of the major players in the cryptosphere. But what does that mean for the price of Bitcoin and Co? Is it good news or bad news, and what will it mean for smaller traders and investors? Join me today as I try to venture into the not too far future to possibly see how the world of cryptocurrencies will be changed by BlackRock. Welcome back. Before we start, I have one small request from you, and you know what's coming now. Please leave us a like and subscribe to the channel. That way we can continue to offer you free content like this. And by the way, extra credits for you if you also leave us a comment on what you think BlackRock will do for the world of cryptocurrencies. But now, without further ado, let's continue to dive into the world of behemoth investment manager BlackRock. What is BlackRock? Simply spoken, BlackRock Incorporated, headquartered in New York, is the largest asset manager in the world with $9.1 trillion in assets under management as of March 31st, 2023. 9.1 trillion, that's a 9.1 followed by 11 zeros. To put this number in perspective, $9.1 million, which most of us probably would consider a very large amount of money, still is only 0.01% of $9.1 trillion. So we are talking here about really large, almost unimaginable large numbers of money that BlackRock is managing for their clients. Talking about clients, 60% of BlackRock's clients are not human beings like you and me, but institutional clients such as pension funds, endowments and foundations. By the way, by Wall Street standards, BlackRock actually is a rather young investment manager, being founded in 1988 by Larry Fink, who also still up to this day serves as the CEO of the company. Fun fact, poor Larry had to endure a harsh pay cut by 30% last year, only earning about $25.2 million. What makes BlackRock so important? Simply spoken, its size. With $9.1 trillion assets under management, basically everybody on Wall Street is closely eyeing what BlackRock is investing in. Not only because of the sheer size of the investments, but also because they of course attract a lot of very smart investment managers who would do absolutely anything to have "I have worked for BlackRock" on their CVs. Just by looking at the top 5 stocks BlackRock is currently invested in can show us at a very high level a lot of things about their investment philosophy. Number 1. Apple with an investment value of $202 billion. Number 2. Microsoft with $183 billion. Number 3. Amazon with $80 billion. Number 4. Nvidia with $78 billion. And number 5, Google with $50 billion. Notice a trend here. Yep, these are all companies related to what somebody from the year 2000 would probably have described as internet companies. In its mid-year outlook of 2023, BlackRock also declared an overweight in AI-related stocks, thus, for example, the investment in Nvidia. Now, if such a large company that has such a good track record in managing the money of other people and that clearly has a lot of very, very smart people working under their payroll, early on invest in themes like the internet or AI, that probably is something we as individual traders and investors should not ignore, right? BlackRock and Bitcoin. BlackRock's CEO Larry Fink used to call Bitcoin an index for money laundering in 2017, but has since then completely changed his stance on Bitcoin, stating, for example, that Bitcoin will transcend any one currency. As a personal side note here, this 180 degrees change of opinion on an investment from I hate it to I love it is, by the way, in my opinion, one of the greatest traits you can have as a trader or investor. Admitting you were wrong about something is already difficult as an individual trader and investor. I mean, be honest with yourself here. How often were you already married to a position, thinking that it will eventually go into your direction again, just for it to get even worse and maybe even destroy your trading account? Now imagine being the CEO of a multi-trillion US dollar investment company and admitting your flaws publicly. You can think what you want about Larry Fink and BlackRock, but this change of opinion about an asset like Bitcoin shows that Larry as a person and BlackRock as a company do not make one of the mistakes less experienced traders tend to make: information bias. Apart from filing for the foundation of a Bitcoin spot ETF, something we talked about on one of our recent videos, which you can find up here, BlackRock is now venturing also into the world of Bitcoin mining by becoming a major stakeholder in 4 out of the 5 largest Bitcoin miners. With a total investment of about $411 million US, the stake is still rather small and makes up only 0.35% of the assets BlackRock holds. But the fact that they are doing an investment at all shows that they expect Bitcoin mining to stay a very lucrative business. And as crypto heads, we of course know that in order for crypto mining to stay profitable, with the Bitcoin mining reward halvings every 4 years, well, at least as long as there are not sources of energy that basically are super cheap and inexhaustible. The effects on the price of Bitcoin and Co. Seeing that the total investment into Bitcoin mining is still rather small, at least for somebody of the size of BlackRock, it could of course just be the typical asymmetrical bet that good investors like to make and that we are seeing here. Risk $411 million and potentially earn $4.11 billion US. However, this combined with BlackRock being one of the investment managers wanting a Bitcoin spot ETF and the change of tone of Larry Fink regarding Bitcoin, there seems to be, at least in my opinion, more going on behind the curtains. The chance here is obvious. BlackRock and other large investment managers offering their client base access to Bitcoin, be it through a Bitcoin spot ETF, direct Bitcoin investments or stakes in Bitcoin mining companies, has the potential to introduce the cryptosphere to the ladies and gentlemen with the real money. Institutional investors, potentially investing trillions of US dollars into not only Bitcoin but also altcoins. This could lead to prices in Bitcoin and Co. that are right now still hard to imagine. The risk, however, is that cryptocurrencies end up becoming something that they were not intended to be. An alternative to fiat money. And gold, where not a rather small elite of billionaires controls everything, but that is truly in the hands of everyone. Only time will tell. But one thing is for certain, we're going to be back with a new video soon, so leave us a like and subscribe to the channel. Take care and happy investing, everyone.